So before I get started, I'm gonna start by saying Call Halayim La Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah Bahashem Kwakadash. Double honors to my apostle elders of Great Millstone that taught me this truth and that rule well. And peace and salutations to you elect out there laboring on and believing in the name of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah Bahashem Kwakadash. To you I say Shalom. This is the brother Amawan from the GMA Charlotte camp. Coming back with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah Bahashem Kwakadash. And pretty much this lesson, I want to touch on this situation that happened with this NFL player or ex-NFL player, Chad Wheeler. You know, pretty much almost beating his wife to death, which his wife happened to be an Israelite woman, a so-called black woman. Okay, so pretty much these type of situations you are going to see more of, because the devil is going to begin to reveal himself more and more the closer we get until the end, because that hatred that Esau has for them, for Jake, man, all right, he will begin to show it, man, because the Most High is going to make him reveal his horns, man, all right, and the main part about this is that you so-called black women or you Israelite women, you know, you go to these Edomites as a way to escape the curses, thinking that, you know, you get you an Edomite man, that you will make it in life, man. But these devils are going to show you that they don't look at you in any way but as a bad wench or a lay, man. All right, because you Edomite, I mean these Jake women, you know, don't present themselves as wife material, man. And you see that through the way they carry themselves on social media, man. Now, I don't know if she, you know, was doing exactly as I described it, and as you see most Jake women would do, but at the end of the day, her mistake was that she married the devil, okay? Now, for those of you that are not familiar with the situation, all right, the guy's name is Chad Wheeler. He played for the Seahawks, and it says that he tried to kill his girlfriend because she wouldn't bow to him. He was even surprised at her survival, because what happened was, you know, she said the dude, you know, he commanded her to bow to him, and she refused. So he said that he beat her and choked her pretty much until she went unconscious twice. And when she woke up, you know, she ran to the bathroom, and when the Edomite saw her, he asked her, he said, "Wow, you're still alive?" You know, so he thought he killed her, man. All right, but as you can see in the picture on the bottom left, man, all right, he beat the shit out of her, man. Okay, but at the end of the day, man, you're gonna see these situations happen more and more, because, like I said, this so-called white man, he is the devil, man. All right, and just as much as you see him show those horns to the so-called black man, you so-called black women are not exempt from judgment either. All right, now I'm gonna get here. Book of Micah, chapter 7, verse 10. Then she that is my enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, Where is the Lord thy power? Mine eyes shall behold her. Now she shall be trodden down as the mire of the streets. Right. So it says that she that is my enemy shall see it. Right. Because on this side, man, the so-called black women, the northern tribe women, all right, the so-called Native American, Latino women, they're not for us on this side, because this is the Israelite woman's kingdom, as well as the Edomite kingdom. Okay, because, you know, with the power of Esau behind them, they help further oppress and destroy the Israelite man. So they're not our partners on this side, man. They have partnered with Esau. But it says that shame shall cover her, which said unto me, Where is the Lord thy power? Mine eyes shall behold her. Now she shall be trodden down as the mire in the streets, man. And these women don't fear Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, because they don't fear. You can tell that because they don't fear the man, because the man is supposed to be over the woman, man. All right, but this kingdom has given the woman power, and therefore she is the head of the household now. And so she has all the power at her disposal to destroy the Israelite man. So like I said, man, these women will go and get a Edomite, boyfriend or husband, you know, as a means to, show that they made it in life, man. All right, because the Edomite man, has some money, you know, he has some he has some power. Like I said, 'cause this is his kingdom, so they side with them, so they don't fear the Lord, man. But what you're seeing happening is the Lord is putting spirit on these devils to start passing judgment on you Israelite women because of your wickedness, man. All right, so we are starting to see that take place, and these judgments are happening more often now, man. And that's all because the Lord is bringing down judgment, man. All right, and He's using Esau to do that because at the end of the day, man, you women make up, a bigger percentage of the nation of Israel than the men do. As we know, women outnumber men 7-1, so that judgment is going to come upon you women more because it makes y'all make up more of a nation than men. And so these women thinking that because they're pretty, you know that they're exempt from judgment. No, man. Most High does not. He's not a respecter of person, so he doesn't give a damn how you look. At the end of the day, if you wicked, you wicked. And for you to look at Esau as a way out, understand this: Psalm 17:13. Arise, O Lord, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. All right, so the so-called white man is the sword of Yahweh Shem Shah. So he will use this devil to cast judgment upon the wicked of our people, the wicked women and the wicked men. And you see that the way Esau, pretty much murders Jake, as these police officers, man. All right, and so on. But the so-called white man is the instrument of Yahweh Shem Shah's using to bring judgment upon you wicked Israelites, man. All right, and you women are not exempt at the end of the day, man, because you see the situation, man. Now you had when the roles were reversed, you had the Jakes, examples of Ray Rice and I forget the other guy's name, but I'll use Ray Rice for an example. All right, when he beat his wife, man, you know everybody was up and on the so-called black women, they was all ready to crucify this man, even though his wife ended up staying with him because she knew she was in the wrong more than likely. But at the end of the day, these black women had a field day. The Esau's media was constantly talking about this situation. But as we see, and you haven't seen no type of publicity from Esau, man, because like I said, this is his kingdom. All right, and he can pretty much do as he will because at the end of the day, he doesn't look at that as being wrong in the eyes of his kingdom because he's in the power seat, man. And like I said, he doesn't look at you so-called black women as nothing more than a bad wench, man. So as property that you have, you can treat your property how you want to. And he obviously seen that she didn't respect him in his eyes because he wouldn't bow to her or she wouldn't bow to him. So he pretty much, lost it and about killed her, man. Now, like I said, you black women, think that the so-called white man is really God, man. So y'all right after him thinking that, hey, you get with him, you gonna have a better life, man. But at the end of the day, man, you don't understand that this man is the devil. Which leads me to Sirach 12:10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. All right, this devil is your enemy. Even you so-called black women, the devil is your enemy. But because you have been beguiled, once again, just like how you were back in the garden, all right, this devil has whispered sweet nothings in your ear with giving you the illusion that if you want a better life, get with a so-called white man. And these Eves do that shit, man. They go, they humble themselves. They become subservient unto them and bend at their whim. But as soon as you get with a so-called black man, all right, you become more masculine than them, and it's a battle for power within the so-called black household, man. But that's by design, man, because Esau put forth, feminism and all these different women liberation acts to turn our women against us, man. And because you women have done that, man, you have became our enemy on this side, man. So when we see these type of things happen to you, we don't feel sympathy because when you do this and situations like this happen, man, these black women will be the first ones crying out. You know, the black women are the most unprotected people on the planet. But if that's the case, then why is it that you are helping destroy the so-called black man? All right, oppressing us with child support, destroying us with the court system, with the alimony and all that, man. So when we see this judgment come down, we know that this is Yahweh Shem Yahushua beginning that power shift, man. Taking the power from Esau and Eve and giving it back to the so-called black man, Israelite man, if I want to say. All right? So coming to Esau again, never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so his wickedness. And the majority of these women can't see that the so-called white man is the devil, man. All right? Because at the end of the day, man, the one thing that they don't have is wisdom. All right? Which the Lord took that from them, man. Job 39:17. Because Yahweh Shem Yahushua have deprived her of wisdom, neither have he imparted to her understanding. So the so-called, women, period, do not have wisdom. That's why they make poor decisions in life, man, because a woman is supposed to be guided, man. That's why she needs a man in her life to properly guide her on the correct path to walk, all right? But because, like I said, feminism and, women's liberation, all right, they were given the liberty to pretty much move on their own, and we see the society that has came about from that, man, all right? But you having sisters wake up out of this nightmare and begin to understand that in order for them to have a true life, a true, happy life, man, they have to come back into the correct order, which is coming back under the Israelite man and being submissive, because you have to follow what Yahweh Shema has set up, man. And the more that you want to rebel and go into the ways of the serpent, this is going to be a result of that, man. Except you're going to see more Israelite women die. And that's just the straight truth about the matter, man. So with that, ain't really else much to be said, I would have prayed this was edifying. Until next time, call halal my Yahweh by Shem Yahushua by Shem Kwadash. Double honors to my apostle elders of great ministry on the top of this truth, and then rule well. Peace, salutation to the elect. Shalom.